Come take a look at this. I wanna dive in some good old Cajun gumbo. I'm Ali Carr, and this is Serve It from my kitchen. We are going back to my southern roots, making my grandma's Cajun gumbo with chicken and sausage. Do you like it or do you love it?
I love it.
A good pot of Cajun gumbo can take all day. So I saved myself a little time by using rotisserie chicken, supermarket shortcut. We're also gonna use a pound of andouille sausage, smoked, yummy, little hint of spice, onion, celery, and bell pepper. Holy Trinity! Fresh okra, flour for our roux, Cajun spices, garlic, parsley, thyme, and bay leaves, serving it over warm rice and fresh green onions. If you're looking to take your gumbo next level, make your own homemade chicken stock. Remember that rotisserie chicken? Well, the night before I'm planning to make gumbo, I pull all the meat off the bone, pop it in the fridge. Then in a big old Dutch oven, I put my carcass, onions, celery, 6 to 8 cups of water, and let that simmer. If you don't have time, you definitely can use chicken stock or chicken broth from the store. Hey, Ali, I don't see any tomatoes on your ingredient list. That harkens back more to a Spanish and traditional French influence. Drop a comment below. Do you like your gumbo with or without tomatoes? For this gumbo recipe, we're making a dry roux. Simply browning the flour right in your cast iron skillet. Do not walk away. Keep stirring the pan. At first, it'll feel like not much is happening, but once it starts browning, she's rocking and rolling. Making my grandma's gumbo has always just felt like home. And my grandma passed away before I was old enough to know her. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I get to know her through her cooking. Here's our dark brown dry roux ready to go. Next up, we're browning our andouille sausage. Once this is nice and brown, we'll go ahead and remove it from the pot. It's Holy Trinity time. Add a little bit of oil, onions, celery, and green pepper. So once it's cooked down, we're gonna go ahead and add some of our dry roux. I like to sprinkle in about half, add in a splash of our homemade stock. You really wanna work in that roux to stock mixture. Add in the rest of the stock and then bring this to a simmer. So next up, we're gonna add Cajun seasoning, bay leaves, and thyme and parsley. Now that this has been simmering for about 5 to 7 minutes, let's add our meat to the gumbo. Last but certainly not least, we're going to add our okra. A little taste to see if we need to add any more seasoning. I think it's just right. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. All right, I'm gonna cover this up. We're gonna let it simmer for a couple of hours and let all those flavors really marry together. You ready? Cajun chicken and sausage gumbo. This is where it's at. Now we've got our rice made, so the last thing to do before serving is collect your bay leaves. When I was a kid, my mom didn't always take out the bay leaves, so we would make a little game out of it. If you got a bay leaf in your gumbo, you were king or queen for the night. Serve it up with some warm rice, top it with a little bit of freshly chopped green onions. This is a heartwarming touch of the South that your entire family will enjoy. Hey, if you like this recipe, give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget, hit subscribe so you can be up to date on the latest Serve It recipes. To shop the items used in this episode, search Serve It on QVC.com.